Hey, what's going on? Your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, here with Impact Branding. We're focused on bringing the power of agility to brand positioning. Well, here's another one of your 5 simple steps. And as you know, branding has so many layers and so many dimensions. But here's the key thing: branding works and starts from the inside out. So when you start talking about really advancing your brand, we have to think about what are we doing inside before we start going outside. And that also encompasses what? Hiring people. How do I hire the right person, the best person for my company, for my brand? So here's your 5 simple steps to hiring the right person and doing it correctly. Step number 1. First and foremost, you have to outline the job description. Actually have a real job description and outline exactly what you need this person to do. What does this role entail? And the other key component, you need to have measurable metrics, measurable KPIs. Don't just put a job description out to hire someone and you don't have any measurements. So you have to have measurable KPIs, measurable metrics and all that good stuff. KPIs is key performance indicators, just in case it slipped your mind, right? So that's step number 1. Be very clear. Outline the job description. Here's another thing I want you to be real careful of when you're doing job descriptions. Don't accidentally duplicate someone else's job description with another company or what is out there already and automatically assign it to your business. Every business is unique. Every business has a different need, and maybe you may need your operations manager to do something different than another company's operations manager. There's not really a cookie cutter, especially nowadays. So just make sure you build a job description specific to what your company needs and where you are within that role. Good? All right, step number 2. So when you're going about hiring someone, here's the next thing: the interview. Man, when I tell you the interview piece, it is huge. Main thing I want you to think about is don't just hire someone because they have the skill set on their resume. I want you to look for skill set, but I also want you to look for what? Red flags. Look for those red flags. Think about those things that you're not looking for in a team member. Key, right? What are you not looking for in a team member? So you can say what I am looking for, but you have to pay attention to those red flags, especially in the interview, for what you're not looking for. The other thing during your interview, you want to begin to start the training process at the point of the interview. You don't need to wait until they're hired and they're being trained to start training them. The training starts at the point of the interview, which goes back to what? How the job description was outlined. So if you want to make sure someone has to understand they need to make 10 calls per week, or they need to close 5 deals per week, or they need to attend 5 events per month, that has to be in the job description, because at the end of the day, that's how you're going to measure their performance. Step number 2, you went through the interview, you like this person's a great fit. You want to make the offer, right? That's step number 3, actually. You want to make the offer, right? Now, in the offer piece, you're setting expectations. You're setting expectations, and you need to understand a few things. You need to understand what other commitments do they have? And what are their actual goals personally and professionally? If you don't understand where this new team member wants to go and where they are planning to go, you won't know how to support them along the line. So during the hire process or the offer process, hire, offer, I want you to put those together, is you're setting the expectations. Now let's be clear. Here's how we work. Here's what's going to happen. Do you understand this job description? Here's what you sign. Here's when you start. Here's what you do. Here's your role. Do you have any questions? Tell me, what commitments do you have? Do you have to be somewhere every day at a certain time? Do you have to pick someone up? Does someone have to pick you up? Do you have to drop someone off? Do you have daycare? I know this question I'm about to put on the table is a little risque and a little questionable, but you have to ask it. Are you currently pregnant? As for females, are you currently pregnant? Are you planning to expand your family in the next 12 months or 6 months? Let me tell you how critical that question is. And it is not really to say, I like you, I don't like you, I don't hire you. It's to set expectations. I've had it where individuals have come fully pregnant and never said anything. I've also had clients where individuals came fully pregnant, never said anything, and they're not obviously pregnant, so you don't know. And they're in training, and you find out, okay, wait, you're going on maternity leave in 3 months. You're still in training in 3 months, right? So I know it's a really weird question, but you still have to put it on the table. For women, are you currently pregnant, or do you plan to expand your family in the next 6 months or 12 months? You need to know from a plan perspective. Okay, so set expectations, understand current commitments and current goals, both personally and professionally. All right, step number 4. We are on number 4, the training part. This is where a lot of people get tripped up, and this is where you will lose quality individuals, or you will allow poor performance and mediocrity. Training is a critical part of this component, and you can't skimp on it. So you need to use training as a way to not only acclimate the person to their role, but they have to be acclimated to the culture of your company as well. Really important. And you can't shave it down and think training is going to take a week. I'm going to give you 2 days of intense training, and then I expect you to be the best of the best. I don't care if you came with 25 years experience from another company. This is the role here. This is the culture here. And this is how I have to acclimate you here, right? So training can take I want you to give it 3 to 6 months for training. But again, you would have had metrics, KPIs. How are you measuring their growth? So if you start in month 1, here's what I expect you to be able to do at the end of month 1 training. Doesn't have to be anything high level, but can you at least tell me the mission and vision of our company? Who are our clients? Who's our target audience? What services do we provide? Where are we going? So know the company. That's key, right? So maybe the first 30 days is make sure you know the company, and then you continue to grow in their job description. And by month 6, they should be smooth sailing. At this point, they should be generating a return on investment, right? An ROI. All right, step number 5, right? In hiring people, it's the lead aspect, where you have to manage people. You have to lead them. When you hire someone, you have to be able to not only help them grow, but you have to help them to develop. They have to develop into this particular role. They have to develop these new skill sets, and they have to grow in their role as well. Also, I want you to make sure that you increasing communication, that you are increasing accountability. So once they've come out of the training perspective, now they're in the leader, you're leading them, and you're making sure that they're communicating correctly. You're making sure that they maintain accountability, right? Because everyone's accountable. Everybody on the team has to sell, right? Everybody on the team has to sell. You're helping them to grow, achieve the goals that they actually told you that they wanted to achieve, and to develop themselves. Yes? Beautiful. All right, I'm your Chief Visionary, Natasha Davis with Impact Branding. And as I say, be productive, be progressive, and without any hesitation or apology, be 100% successful. Blessings to you.